UFC 226, Stipe versus DC. We're here, and obviously, I'm going to give you my prediction on it, my 2 cents, my expertise or lack thereof, whatever you want to call it. So, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Stipe and DC. These guys are the two biggest underdogs probably in the sport. And what do I mean by that? So, let's be honest. Every fight, as long as I can remember, Stipe has always been the guy that you think he can win. You might even be pretty sure he can win, but you're kind of, yeah, I don't know. Against Ngannou, there were some people who were, yeah, I think Stipe can win, but I don't know. Against Overeem, I think Stipe can win, but I don't know. Against all these, it's JDS. I think Stipe can win, but I don't know. DC, same thing. I think DC can beat Old Zamir, but I don't know. And, so on and so forth. And these two guys throughout their whole career have always been these. It's so strange to me that they're just like these. They're always the. It's like, it's weird. It's like they're always the underdog in every fight they're in, right? Even though that, DC's wrestling is miles above anywhere else. Stipe has just a, you know, don't quit kind of attitude, and he's really good just all around her, and he's kind of got that he's kind of got that X factor, and it's really strange to me. You got to fight where DC, who obviously is the, you could say he's a favorite in the on the ground and in the wrestling, obviously, but Stipe is no slouch. Okay, he was a Division 1 wrestler, no slouch in that department. Some would say that Stipe is probably the odds-on favorite in the stand-up department. Maybe, again, DC is no slouch, right? DC can stand up with the best of them and trade shots. The difference maker, I think, in this fight is who's going to institute whose game plan first, right? Who's going to be more the pressure fighter? Here's the thing with Stipe is very good at fighting off of his back, fighting off of his heels. DC is used to being the pressure fighter. He's used to pressing forward. If DC gets into a situation to where DC is on his heels, I don't know. We're used to seeing DC try to dominate. He tries to be the alpha male, every time he goes out there. And I don't know that he can. I don't know if he can do that with Stipe. My prediction. My prediction is this is a tough one. I think that DC takes it, and honestly, my only reasoning is the fact that I've kind of got a bias towards the wrestlers, so I want DC to win. I like DC. I like Stipe too. I don't really dislike either fighter in this fight. And honestly, whoever wins, it's like it's not going to surprise me. I think my biggest concern is I want a good fight, right? I think that DC if he's able to dominate his will, his game plan, it's going to be tough. But we've never really seen Stipe in that sort of position. Uh, you know, can he stop the takedowns? He doesn't have to be the better wrestler necessarily to stop the takedowns from DC, if that makes sense. Okay, some people are going, "Huh? What?" I'll say it again. Stipe doesn't necessarily have to be the better wrestler to stuff the takedowns. Okay, it's different. It's different layers to wrestling. It doesn't mean he's the overall better wrestler if he's in the stuffing his takedowns. It's not what it means. John Jones can stuff DC's takedowns. I would argue with someone 1,000 times over that DC is still the better wrestler than John Jones. It was just John Jones is really good at stuffing takedowns. Anyway, I think DC wins. I think DC wins third round. He's gonna win in the later round, third or fourth round, maybe TKO, maybe even rear naked choke. I don't know if I can commit to one or the other, but I think it's gonna be a third or fourth round stoppage. I don't think it's anything. I don't know if either fighter is going to completely dominate the other. I think it's going to be whoever can kind of get their game plan over, whoever gets a good shot in or a good takedown. I think it's going to be something like that. It's going to be the inches, right? Because the miles, winning by miles at this level, that's not what it's about. It's about the inches we need in order to be at the highest level, that elite level. Next question, do I think this makes DC the GOAT? Okay. No, I do not. I don't think it makes DC the GOAT. With that said, I think it puts DC in the conversation for one of the GOATs, okay? He's not the greatest of all time, but I think he could be one of the greatest of all time, okay? I think he's in that conversation now. Even if he doesn't win Saturday night against Stipe, I don't think that necessarily takes him out of the equation for, one of the greatest of all time. This just further cements it. And that's my take on the main event of UFC 226. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the show, please don't forget to check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Send me a message. I'm going to scroll up here like long walks on the beach. I don't know. You never know. And please, for you audiophiles out there, we're on iTunes, we're on Google Play. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe to us. Helps us out a ton.